Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Trading Room for Thursday, December 5th, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right, only session today, so we're done. Disclosure. We have a get in sync or a possible long trade on the crude chart. We missed target one by one tick, so we got 2 ticks on the trailer. 1 tick times 2 positions. Unleaded. Picked up 2 ticks there, 2 ticks here, and we lost 404 to 422. 18, we're down 36. So down 36 plus 4, down 32. We just stopped out to that break even. We have a get in sync long possibility in the YM coming up at market open. And a get in sync short on soybeans. Pound Aussie's taking a full loss on the short trade. And the micro Russell is flat. We'll be waiting for a new trade on market open. Now, if we close up, crude will remain, the crude long trade will remain valid. If not, if we close down, that will cancel the long trade. YM hanging right around its entry. All right, we closed up, so crude long is still valid. Less than a minute to go. All right. YM is in the long trade. as is crude. YM hitting target 1, trailing at 083, over 45,000. That session high looks to be a all-time high. Micro Russell with a long trade. Up to, that'll be 30.5. And YM, $119 for the stop, and looks like it touched it, so that completes. Yeah, it just pulled through, pushed through it. So the YM completes its trade. We triggered into a short on unleaded, and now we have a stop and reverse long at 50.56. We did trigger into the long. That's almost a full stop out. Take a look and see if that is too. That's very likely to be not executable. So I'm going to assume that was not executable, and we did pick up the long at 451. Getting very close to money management. We are only trading target 2 at this point. Target 1 actually got to its goal on first trade. Target 1 was one and done. Soybeans goes long, 88 flat. Unleaded pushing up toward money management. Micro Russell also getting money management. Looking for target 3. Session, all right, the session open 31.8. And we stop out for break even. Soybeans touching its session high at 89 3/4. unleaded at money management, major key level, so our stop will stay at 449, leaving a couple of ticks of risk on, and that's where it stops out. So a loss of 4 ticks puts us back at 30, down 36. Micro Russell going short right through the entry to the targets immediately, trailing at 25.6 now. Roughly where money management was. It's probably going to be down a tick or two. Going all the way through target 4. This is definitely a winner there. Unleaded. Short trade now. The stop is at the session high, so I would push that up 2 ticks. And key level to 86. Trailer on Micro Russell down past target 4. Soybeans at its session high again. $22.6 for Micro Russell, and now 22.1. And new session highs for soybeans. Crude still in the long. And unleaded in the short. And Micro Russell stops out. 1 tick from money management and target 1 on soybeans. Soybeans, target 1. So soybeans will be 1 and done this morning. Hitting target means this is going to be a power quitting trade. 14 ticks. This is a good sized trade. 3.5 points. And we're in that unusual situation again today where we have crude long and unleaded short. And I'm going to put unleaded up here over YM again, since the YM is done. And we'll see what's going to happen with, there's a short trade on the micro NQ. That's right at the 50 EMA. Let's see. 521.5. Yeah, I'd bring that down to 521 flat. What was session open? 20.25. Yeah, that's, well, I don't want to adjust it beyond that though. There's my adjusted entry. Hasn't triggered yet. And we get another stop and reverse on unleaded. 462. Short trade did trigger in on micro NQ. This is the final trade, and it looking like it's going to be a stop out on unleaded. And micro NQ looking like it may be a stop out also. Short trade on the micro Russell. It's come down 3. We are at money management and approaching target. Yep, there's target 3. So we will look for target 4. So that is a second win. Come down 3 ticks to 21.5.
News alert.
10 o'clock, we have orange label report. So that shouldn't change our. And we did stop out of unleaded. And also stopping out of the micro NQ. So one loss. Starting off with an initial loss in the micro NQ. We were down 36. We went from 429 to 462, 33, 66, 100 down 102, and that was a full loss plus 4, so 43, Another 86. 188. Difficult day on unleaded. Or target 2 traders. Target 1 got out positive. Target 4 on Micro Russell. Railing again. 21.6. Crude takes a full stop out. Trade number 2. So we'll look for another one. We could still get along if we get up close here. Stopped out of the Micro Russell trade. 2 wins. After a break even for the initial trade. So 3 trades in, we've got a break even and 2 wins today on Micro Russell. We're in line for another short on the pound Aussie. Moving through target 1 on soybeans. $88.25 for the soybean stop. Looks like that'll go to 88.75 on the close of this bar, possibly more. And a long trade set up on Micro Russell and just triggered in. That's got a pretty good sized wick on it. Yeah, target 2 is big enough to move target down from target 3. Potential long on crude. There it is at 96. Triggered in. Very similar to the prior trade. Just a slight bit larger. I like where the stop is down below the 200. Money management. Should be 22.7 on the close of this bar. Now it should be 22.7 anyway because we moved to break even into the bar. Micro Russell is long. Crude is long. Soybeans is long. Micro NQ and pound Aussie are flat. Crude in its final trade of the 9 a.m. mini session. Money management on unleaded. I'm sorry, on crude. Stop will come to 97. Risk of 22 ticks on the second trade, so that's a loss of 44. After a gain of 2, so we're down 42. And Micro Russell going through target 2. Win number 3. Take one more win or 2 more trades. And we'll now look for target 3. Potential short trade on the pound Aussie. $7.84. Stop at 8.06. Target 1 is above money management, so we'll take 2 positions at target 2. Soybeans up to 88 3/4, now 89 for the stop. Micro Russell stop at 24.2. Crude stop still at 97. Need 13 for target 1.
News alert.
And it is 10 o'clock. So we are in our 10 a.m. crude mini session. Orange label report coming out at 10, so we're not dealing with that. Trying to reach target 3 on Micro Russell. Micro NQ, only 1 trade this morning. Micro Russell goes up to 24.4 for the stop. And we hit target 3. Crude getting very close to its stop and stopping out. So that is a gain of 2 more ticks. Loss of 40 on the session. 2 break evens and a loss. And we will wait for a new trade since we are already in our 10 a.m. time slot. $24.9 for the micro Russell stop. We still have the potential short on the pound Aussie. Still in the long on soybeans. Long on soybeans, long on the micro Russell. Flat everywhere else. Pending short on the pound Aussie. Looking for trades on the micro NQ and on crude for the 10 a.m. mini session. And the micro Russell pushing up to 25.9. Soybeans still trailing at 9.89. 3 positions in play. Targets 2, 3 in trail. Long setup on the micro NQ. Short trade on crude. At 84. Touch the entry. And it looks like micro Russell stopped out. Soybeans stopped out. So that ends the session. 989 from 988. So 4 ticks times 3 positions is 3 more points. And to our 3.5, so 6.5 points today. $325 for single contract positions. And soybeans is done. And short trade on the micro Russell. This one also has a wick on it. target 2 is not big enough to move down, so target 3 will be our objective. Micro NQ taking a second loss. And the short on the pound Aussie has canceled. Crude is now short. YM approaching its session high, which I believe should be an all-time high at 45,153. And the Micro Russell trade trying to proceed money management. Another long trade setup. Money management on the Micro Russell. Long setup on the Micro NQ. $25.1 for the. It's not 25.1. 24.7, and now down to 24.3. It's not just shy. If we hit target, this will be the power quitting trade. This will be our 4th win. We got within 1 tick of that. I'm going to count that. It goes to 21.2. Target 4. And it's 20.1. And there we go. Target 3 is 21.1. Yeah, you just so this is the final trade on the Micro Russell this morning. 4 wins and a break even. And we are short on crude. Target 4 is our next goal on Micro Russell. And there is target 4. 22.6 for the trailing stop. Excellent morning for the Micro Russell. $21.1, 20.6 for the trailing stop. 20.1, target 4 on the trailer. Long trade on the micro NQ is currently still valid. We have not had a crossover to cancel it. Still at 20.1 for the Micro Russell trailing stop. Micro Russell setting a new session low. And the Dow coming off the high, the test of the high. And Micro Russell stops out, so that completes the session on the Micro Russell. 4 wins and a break even. Very positive session this morning on the Micro Russell. Short on crude, flat Micro NQ. And that's all, and flat on the pound Aussie. Those are our 3 active charts. Only one with a trade in progress. Long setup on the Micro NQ is still valid. Crude pushing down through the 200 EMA. Need a little bit more to get to money management. 67. Targets at 65 and 53. Micro Russell and the YM both continuing to push down. Micro NQ right around the session open. Need 4 more ticks to get the money management on crude down as low as 71. We need 67. No changes. Crude still right around the 200. All right, crude down to 69. 2 more ticks. Low was 69. Now back up to 71. And we did trigger long on the micro NQ. That trade was still valid. We'll have to track that manually because we hit stop and target on the same bar, so the calculator won't track this one. If micro NQ stops out on this, it will be the end of the session. It will be the third loss. And there it is, loss number 3. pull stop out. And that ends the session for the micro NQ. So pound Aussie and crude, the only things we have left. Doesn't look like anything coming anytime soon in the pound Aussie. First trade of the 10 a.m. mini session, and it's 20 minutes in now. Just waiting for it to resolve. And back to the entry again for crude. Looks like pound Aussie just missed getting close enough to 50 EMA to get a long trade. Exhaustion dot at 784.3. And EMA at 793. So 11 ticks. We need to be within 11 pips. Too far away to get involved. Oh, just five pips apart. Almost close enough. Crude came up to test the 50 and 50 EMA, 20 SMA, and now pushing back for a test of the 200 again, and stuck in the middle. Crude has a filtered long there that would be a stop and reverse, but that's filtered by the squeeze filter. Now, stop and reverse would be at 88 and would be a valid trade. So you can treat that either way. I'll ignore it at this point. And another test of the 200. See if we can push down through this time. So it looks like some support just above our money management. Looks like we got down to 72. And getting that 69 again. 2 more ticks. And we push through that support. If we can get down to money management, we'll have the stop move down to 81 after the close the next close. And another pullback toward the 50. Looks like it could be a double bottom, and we still have the full. And now we're back at having the full. We still have full risk on the trade. Here we are back at the entry, and yeah, we should get an entry at 86, and that will be a valid entry. Actually, no, it's going to be higher than that. 79. Ooh, it's going to be at 91. '91 would be our stop and reverse. We're already past 10:30. This heads back down through the 200. I think I'm going to call it a morning. My micro crude chart did get down to 87 and came back and stopped out at 81. Okay, now the stop and reverse will be at 88. Came down far enough to. Ooh. And yet we just closed the bar, so now it's going to be even lower. But are we going to come down through the 200 again? And the answer to that is yes, down to 69 again. Third touch at 69. on the full crude contract. And there we are, money management and target one. Stop comes all the way down to 77. So that is the power of quitting trade. One and done on the 10 a.m. session. Target two or the trailer now. $19 for target one. 31 on offer for target two. Be a 50 tick session if we can get to target two, and it will be net positive for the two sessions. Net 10 ticks positive for the two sessions if we can get there. Last chart, we're in the power quitting trade for crude, top center chart. I just made target one for 19 ticks. All right, getting close to target two. 53. We got down 50. Got down to 55. It looks like. Yep, there we get 55. Two more ticks is what we need. And target 2. That ends the trade. Stop and come down to 76. That's our last position on the trade. 50 ticks on the trade. Net 10 for the 2 sessions. And I will call it a morning. So we will see everybody next week. Regular schedule. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 9:30. Crude oil inventory report Wednesday at 10:30. And be ready to roll over charts like the Micro Russell, Micro NQ, and YM, all your quarterly futures, market index futures. They will look for volume rollover coming somewhere around Wednesday or Thursday of next week. Everybody have a good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ken. Glad you like it. You need to get a few more people in. Keep doing it. Have a good weekend. We'll see you back here on Tuesday.